There are more than 100 convicted arsonists living across San Diego. Because of their dangerous past, the San Diego Fire Department tries to keep an eye on them.
New at 11 o'clock, 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala went behind the scenes to see the tools investigators use to monitor arsonists for the rest of their lives.
When a number of fires start popping up and all fingers point to arson, like just a couple of months ago in Ocean Beach and Point Loma.
Back in end of September, we had a series of fires on one night in Ocean Beach area. There were 6 fires.
San Diego Police Sergeant Rick Peachin and his Metro Arson Strike Team investigators have a little tool that can potentially be a big help.
What that registry does is keep track of all arson registrants in the state of California.
The Criminal Arson Registry. It's put on by the California Department of Justice once someone is convicted of the crime of arson.
Deliberate accounts of arson, arson using an accelerant, and attempted arsons.
The offender's name and address is then inserted into the database. They must register within 14 days after they're released from jail or prison. Like Enrique Madrigal, an already convicted arsonist who reoffended by using a blowtorch to set fire between 2 Normal Heights homes. Or John Peacock, who was again convicted of arson on January 30th of this year.
Both have multiple arson convictions and are currently in state prison.
And they're in the database for life.
If you're on the list, you're on the list.
You can be put on that list for something like lighting a pile of someone's clothes on fire.
Sometimes it was just a one-time mistake they may have made, in the heat of the moment, and it got them on the list for the rest of their life.
In the city of San Diego, there are currently 96 men and 25 women on the arson registry.
But unlike the Megan's Law website, you can't just hop online, type in an address, and find out if any of your neighbors have intentionally set some fires in the past. This is only for law enforcement officials.
But officers conduct random compliance checks for those on the list.
The compliance checks are basically just to make sure that they still live in the same location that they gave the local police department when they moved into that area.
And that's it?
That's it.
If an offender moves, they must re-register, and if they don't,
we will try to track them down and they can be arrested.
Now back to the string of fires in Ocean Beach and Point Loma.
It's a tool for us to go back and look and say, okay, how many arson registrants do we have in this area?
Police got surveillance video showing who they believed started the fires. The description was a fairly tall white male with a thin build. With that, they were able to eliminate a number of potential suspects who are known arsonists and narrow down their search efforts.
So it's just as important to use it as a tool to exclude somebody as it is to include them as a possible suspect.
Reporting in San Diego, Mimi Alcala, 10 News.
To reiterate that point, officers still have not arrested anyone in the series of suspicious fires in Ocean Beach and Point Loma, but they have ruled out several suspects because of the registry.